gonna... I don't look as bad in this as I do in real life, so we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this big time. And we're gonna start here and we're gonna go to my desk. If my voice is very deep, it's because I had the flu for like 5 days. I meant to go out tonight and I just feel dead inside for so many reasons. But we're gonna do my skincare. I need to show you something. Look at that hair, gorgeous. I got sent these, they're called clean skin towels. What the fuck? I think someone like invented something stunning and beautiful, because I'll show you what they do. My skincare routine hasn't changed since I did a skincare routine based video, like I was only talking about skincare, but I have added just a little bit because I got sent some new things that I really like they work well for my skin basically. So we're gonna discuss those as well. Yes, that's it. So it's this and this last. Also, like the order in which I do my skincare, I don't want to hear shit about. I don't want to hear shit about it. I really don't. It works for me. What can I tell you? Currently, just put on the Fussy deodorant. If you don't know, I live and die by Fussy. 100% live and die. Live and die. As you can tell, we're breaking out. Stress spots. Love it. My blonde eyebrow is growing back to brunette. I don't care about how it looks, so just in case you're wondering. Let me show you. We're gonna talk about some shit. But I just want to show you this first. This is my first like step. It's the 𝙂Lightwork Rosehip Cleansing Oil. You really don't need a lot. I also hate the texture of oil, but I feel like this one works. So right, okay, see this? You can see it all over my face, okay? In fact, I'm not even gonna wash my hands. Watch this. Actually, do I have an old? I do. This is the beautiful thing about it. This is it, okay? It's really big. So you can reuse the clean sides, obviously. Covered in oil. You can't see it, it's orange, but go on. Hello? Look. Oh, look at all those baby hairs. Gone. Insane. In another thing. Look how many. I got sent 3 packs. Yeah, it's reduces excess oil, reduces visible redness, dry face after cleansing. Pair with an oil balm or liquid makeup remover for deeper exfoliation. Pair with a cleanser. You can also dry a sink, counter and mirror with this. Bacteria free, supports skin barrier, dermatologist approved, ideal for safe deep exfoliation, reduces visible redness. 100% saw an improvement in the skin's barrier, 100% saw an improvement in overall skin health, and 87% had a reduction in appearance of redness. And it has a smooth side and a textured side. I like both. And it's made 100% bio-based viscose. I don't know how the fuck you say that word. This isn't an ad. I have just been so in love with this product because I hate oil wash, something else wash. I hate that. This just gets rid of that. The whole point is that it gets rid of that. Next, we're gonna go on to moisture. No, it's another cleanser, but it's a water-based cleanser. There was this guy on Instagram who was going viral for a while, like earlier this year, and I followed like the steps that he said worked best, because his whole thing was like anti like overconsumption essentially, and yeah, I found that since listening to him, that's what's worked best. I just can't get over how incredible this is. Anyways, we're gonna talk about some shit, and that's fun. I'm currently, this is my first time cleaning my face deeply since coming back from my solo travel trip that I got sent on. Crazy words for me to be saying, by the way. And yes, I got sick on it. Very ill. I can tell I'm at like the last bit of it though, like it's leaving, but sorry, I just went in with a cleanser. I don't know what you want to hear first, the shit or the things I'm using. Oh my god, my skin feels so smooth after that. So yeah, I visited Belgium. I visited specifically 𝙃𝙧𝙧𝙀, which is where one of my best friends, Hayden, lives. We have been best friends for 10 years almost, and online friends obviously. And a couple weeks ago Hayden came to see me. They were coming to London, so we met up for the first time, and then last minute got sent on this trip, and I was like, I was able to go to Belgium, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to see Hayden. And I met up with Hayden and Hayden's boyfriend Fenna, who is such a legend. By that I mean literally like a famous musician in 𝙃𝙧𝙧𝙀, which is so funny and cool. And we had a really cute time with thrifting. I thrifted a Selfridges fucking skirt, which is usually minimum £100 for £12. Come on now. And obviously seeing Hayden was like my highlight. I love Hayden so much. And then after a day there, I went to Utrecht in the Netherlands, which was my favorite, I think, from the entire trip. It was the most beautiful. It was just completely stunning. I found some twin cats who I instantly fell in love with, and I wanted to take home with me. And the food over there was incredible. All types of food there was incredible. I even tried some Greek food. I am very hesitant as a Greek person to try Greek food that isn't from my grandma because it never lives up, but this was incredible. I am gonna do like in-depth videos somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere on one of my channels. Like specific kind of like information about where I went and what I visited. Oh, I feel like I'm dying. Yeah, it was just the most beautiful. It was also the easiest to navigate and also had the most to do. And also prices very similar to London, nothing I'm not used to. Then I went to Switzerland, which has been on my bucket list for years. I think it was stunning. It was beautiful. However, when people tell you that it's expensive, believe them. I think I got a couple snacks and a couple like fizzy drinks and it set me back £30. Bear in mind, I was in the butt middle of nowhere in Switzerland. Genuinely nowhere, there was barely anything there. However, when you do go into the city centre, they had the best bookstore and cutest coffee shops from my whole trip, and that was one of the things I had to do for work, was to check those things out. How cool. And yeah, it felt very like ahead and also very not ahead at the same time. Was it worth it? Yes. Would I go there again to that specific place? No. But it had, seriously, an amazing bookshop. Incredible, like incredible bookshop. Again, specifics I'll be posting at some point. Then I went to Grandma in Italy, which, if you're new here, I don't even know how to explain this lore to you, to be honest. I ended up doing my skincare all over here, but I think that's fine, who cares? Grandma is where they shot Call Me By Your Name. And whilst I think Timothée Chalamet has turned into an absolute right twat, that film will never not mean the world to me. It changed my life. And being at those locations, I stood, like, it was really funny because I stood in front of the door, the famous door where they say to each other, I could kiss you, like if I could kiss you right now I would, but obviously it was back in the day and they couldn't kiss in public and things like that because they were gay. And I stood in front of that door and I was literally like taking it in. I was like holding onto the door and I was like shutting my eyes, or I was like reading all the writing on the door because it's covered. And the fucking guy who lived there just like wanted to get in and I didn't see him, and he just stood there like letting me have my moment, and I was like, so sorry. But he probably gets that all the time. Yeah, it was really magical. It was a personal thing, and to be able to see those things is crazy. But purposely, next, like opposite the door, the famous door, the entire wall is covered in writing also for Call Me By Your Name. And I purposely didn't write my name. I wanted it to be a promise to myself that I would go back whenever. Because also I got sick on my last day in the Netherlands with this flu. Not in the Netherlands, in the Switzerland. And so that was filmed in the morning and it is now 6 p.m. I've had a very busy work day, but yeah, you can hear Bob's Burgers in the background, of course. I wanted to speak about stuff. I wanted to cut my fringe. I'll probably still do that. But yeah, I think like I did a life update thing recently, but I think to kind of zoom in on it and like an even further kind of update, I have been so unwell in so many ways, and I think it's kind of easy to tell. I don't know, but I recently have kind of just had this like, I don't want to say epiphany because it isn't an epiphany, it's more so just like, I guess like a personal mental decision of like, oh, I'm not okay with that, you know? I've noticed this habit in a lot of people. I don't mean just one person, I mean like friends, I mean work, like in all aspects of my life, not just like what I think it may come across as like romantic only. I've noticed this repeat kind of behavior, I guess, of I'm gonna hurt you, and then you, not on purpose, are gonna hurt me, and even though I hurt you first, I'm gonna blame everything on you because it's easier to do. I feel like people get, okay, now it's loud. People get, oh hey, we're a bit up close, aren't we, queens? People get so hypocritical very, very, very quickly. And it's the one thing that I've recently realized I can't stand anymore. I don't have it in me to be the person in the wrong and apologize and whatever, and then that person just not even do that themselves when they started everything. And it feels like a lot of people want to be, you know, they want to one-up you. And what I thought about this earlier, okay, my feet keep shaking the camera, sorry. When I thought about this earlier, I was just thinking, like, is that love? Is it love to hurt someone, to not apologize for hurting someone, to blame the other person for everything, to dangle something good in front of them and blame them for the reason it's not happening? Is it love to do things that you said you'd never do? Is it love to be hypocritical and blame them instead of taking a responsibility? Or like, you can do both, right? Like, you can hold people accountable whilst taking accountability for yourself and your actions. Like, I'm not saying it's a blame game of like, well, I did something wrong, you did something wrong, but you did it first, so it's all on you. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I just think it's like, I don't know if I want that anymore. I mean, no, I don't. I don't want that around me or in my life. And I don't mean that I don't want these people in my life. I just mean that one specific trait from people is the number one thing that genuinely destroys my mental health. And I want to be stronger, and I want to
not be so fucking affected by everybody, even though you will be, because you love these people and you want them to be okay, and you want you to be okay, and you want you as a pair of people to be okay. But I'm so beyond the point of like, okay, I can't control this. I can't control how this person reacts. I can't control if they're being hypocritical or not. I can't change their mind. I can't force anything. At the end of the day, as sad and upset and as stressed and as many panic attacks as it causes, as much weight from stress that I lose, I can't keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and not receiving anything back. You know, I'm someone who will always take accountability, and if I do something wrong, I say sorry pretty much instantly. Because guilt is one thing I can't sit with. I fucking hate that feeling. I just can't sit with it. It makes me physically extremely uncomfortable. But yeah, you can't force people to accept apologies or anything like that, and it's hard because you give people so much grace, and because you think they love you the same way, that they'll give you the same grace, but they don't. And I don't know if it's because they can't, because everybody's capacity is different. But I think if you love someone, really love someone, even if you don't have that capacity, you'd find a way around what you do have capacity for to... And when I say make it work, I don't mean that in the sense of like forcing something. I just mean like, if you feel like you have fucked up but you are not in the headspace to apologize or talk about it, instead of kind of fucking like reacting on your anger or sadness or guilt or whatever it is, you just fucking like take yourself away for a few days and you're like, I'm going to apologize when you're ready, blah 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 blah. You know, like, you find ways because you love someone. And I think that's the number one thing I'm asking myself these days, is what is love? Because I know what it feels like. And it's not something that's like just on paper, right? Like it's just not. It's so much fucking deeper than that. But because it's deeper than that, it makes you think, well, shouldn't it be XYZ? Shouldn't I be treated like XYZ? This shouldn't happen, and that shouldn't happen, and this should happen, and that, and it's like a fucking cycle that just destroys you, because expectations are either not met by them or not met by yourself. And as much as it sucks to be let down by other people, it also sucks to let yourself down. So I guess that's the question I'm kind of asking myself, is like, do I want people in my life who wouldn't even apologize to me for hurting me? You know? It's kind of funny when you say, when I say it out loud like that. It's quite like, what a ridiculous fucking sentence. Like, of course you don't want people around you that don't apologize for hurting you. I love that in between my breaks all you can hear is Bob's Burgers. This is what my brain is like. I'm like thinking all these deep thoughts, and then I think about a Bob's Burgers line, and then I'm just like, yeah. A couple days ago, I was walking home from, I had just travelled back all the way from Italy to, I live in London, so home from the train station. I was thinking all these deep things, and then I literally, like, I can't remember what I saw, but I just went, girl. And then if you know, you know, because I love Smosh so much, but my favorite human on the planet is 𝙁𝙗𝙧𝙗𝙗, and there's a video where they're playing a game on Smosh Games channel, and they make her go, girl. She says it just like that, girl, and like she's struggling to say it, girl, and that's exactly how I said it in my head. And I just laughed at myself out loud at like midnight in the dark walking home, because I was like, yeah, that sums my brain up. Deep shit, and then just an 𝙁𝙗𝙧𝙗𝙗 quote. So yeah, that's where my head's at, I guess. I'm tired of being hurt by people around me. But not just that. People that claim to love me. And it's like, it's not like they don't know what they're doing or what they've done wrong. Like, again, I'm someone who wants to communicate. I'm someone who does communicate. It's like, if you do something wrong, I'm going to tell you, but I'm also going to want to speak about it. Like, I'm not going to be like, you fucked up, you know? And also, it's not something I hold against people. It might sound like it in this video, but I swear, I don't hold any of that against people. You know, people make mistakes. I think it just comes back to the whole, I give you grace, you give me none. I forgive you, you don't forgive me. You say you love me, you do 𝙂𝙧𝙬𝙧. You know? And it's like in any kind of relationship, friendship, dynamic between two people, the scales are not always going to be equal, and something will tip them at some point, but it's about how you deal with that. And I've spent the past 5 years specifically healing so much to the point where I can't keep fighting for things. I don't know how to word it. Like, I can't just keep, when I say fighting, I mean like battling. I can't keep having battles. I can't keep going against things or people. I can't do it. I've spent 10 years in therapy, but the past 5 years have been the hardest. My PTSD has been, well, I've been re-traumatized in the past few months, and no one seems to take that very seriously, apart from, obviously, my family and therapist. And like a couple of my best friends who are like my world to me. And I literally reached a point where I was like, I said to someone the other day, and it literally nearly made them cry, but I said, if you had told me that I'd be where I am right now a few years ago, like 3 years ago, I would have killed myself to avoid it. And I think they cried because they realized how serious I was as soon as I said it. And so the fact that I haven't done that tells me, yeah, something's fucking working. Like, I'm doing the fucking work, and I need to like keep reminding myself of that. And it doesn't mean, you know, you do the work, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard. It's the hardest fucking stage of my life ever. And everything I fear happens, or has happened, probably will continue to. Knowing how things have gone in my life recently and how people have treated me, but I also don't want to, I think my point is, it's like with the battles thing, it's like I don't want to sit here and be like, woe is me. I think that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of being upset and sad and hurt and betrayed or whatever it is that I'm feeling, and I don't want to feel that anymore. And I remember like saying to my therapist a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, I said to her, like, I don't like who I've been the past few months, and I've never really dealt with that. I've always liked, like, I love who I am, but I've always also liked who I am. You know, like, you can love someone, but you can dislike them. That's pretty much where I am at the moment with it, so many people. It's like, I love you, so what the fuck? And that's also how I feel about myself. And my therapist's response was, Mia, you've been in survival mode. Like, you are going to act like an animal when an animal is in survival mode. You know, you're not going to have the response that like Dream You would make. And it's like, I know. So what's the solution? Because I'm at a point in my life where I'm in constant survival mode, and a lot of the things causing that, 99.9%, are out of my control. And part of my healing has been about what I can and cannot control. So I've let go of attempting to control that. However, what is the solution to feeling the way that I feel and reacting the way, being the way that I don't like? And the only way, at least the conclusion I've come to, is to stop having that initial, I'm a victim, it's the end of the world. And I remember saying this to another therapist of mine who I haven't seen in a while. I think it was her. And I remember, this was ages ago, maybe even a year ago, and I said, I miss feeling tired of being so sad. Because when you're tired of being sad, you reach a point of like acceptance of like, okay, I'm sad and I can't do anything. Fuck everything. Fuck it. So what? Like, what can I fucking do? And I'm kind of there again. I am at that point where I'm like, I can't keep teaching people to treat me right. I can't keep trying to do the right thing when other people won't try to do the right thing for me as well. And I can't keep trying to do the right thing for other people when they're not even thinking about me or communicating in the way that I would need them to, that they are aware of, right? Because like they need to be aware of that. You can't, there's this assumption of like, I can read fucking minds, and it's so annoying because it's like, if I could do that, do you not think I would fucking have won the lottery? Bitch, be fucking for real. I think also there's just, I've said this before on this channel somewhere, but like, I think earlier this year I spoke to a neuroscientist, and we had like a long conversation about my PTSD. And she was like, you are so self-aware that it is impossible for you to not heal. She was like, scientifically speaking, people who are self-aware to your extent heal the most. But you are so self-aware that it's in the cards. It's impossible for it to not be on the cards. And I think it made me feel like shit. Like, not shit as in like it made me feel like shit. I mean like it made me feel like shit. Oh, Lord. like, other people, no matter what they've been through, most people unfortunately are not, and this sounds fucking pathetic for me to say, by the way, like, it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, I'm really not, but other people are going to struggle to meet me where I'm at because they don't have that self-awareness, or I don't know if the right word is maturity, but yeah. And that is now what I'm finding myself struggling with, is like, how do I deal with people who are unable to meet me where I am? The answer is you don't. But you don't want that to be the answer because you love these people. And you try because you love these people, but these people, because they're not meeting you where you're at, don't do the same. They don't try for you. I somehow feel the most loved and hurt by people I love at the same time. And I think I'm just dealing with a lot of conflicted emotions. But I think also something I taught myself years ago was like, two things can coincide. And I say, if my voice breaks, I've had the flu, so please. Yeah, it's something I repeat to myself, not even like on purpose. I just find myself saying it. Like, I just looked up and it's my birth time, 6:33. Yeah, just two things can coincide. You can love someone and be hurt by them. And you can want to fight you can want to fucking fight and try to win, whatever that looks like to you, and lose. Doesn't mean you didn't try. I love this episode. I think I'm just realizing I've wanted to be a version of myself for a long time. And for a minute this year, I felt like I'd found my old self. And then as soon as I did, like, everything happened at once, and I was traumatized again and again by different things and people, and you don't lose yourself, but you have to, because like I won myself back, like I found myself, so I didn't lose myself again, but instead I am now fighting to rearrange the pieces of myself, and only you can do that. And being self-aware is great. Being able to go to therapy is the biggest miracle and thing I am most grateful for in my life, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm at another transitional time as an individual, like not even just like my life or with people, but as an individual, where I'm like having to let go of parts of myself because the current life I am living requires new parts of me, new aspects to me, and old ones to die. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Can we put some light on, please, girls? Come on. When I speak like that, I think about Chance from Smosh. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. What I do know is that I'm traumatized again, and I need to somehow build up the blocks to be able to stand up, because things keep knocking me the fuck out. And I want to be loved right. And when I say that, it sounds so ugh. But when I say that, what I mean is, there's this quote that's like, I know the love I want exists because I exist. And it doesn't mean that people have to like do everything your way, and it's like a selfish thing of you have to do XYZ for me because that's what I want out of love. It's more so like, I know that because my core principles exist of like forgiveness and communication and things like that, that exists in other people too. Hopefully. And who it does exist in, you have no say in. Oh, that just reminded me, wow. I was on the train. I think I was coming back from Italy. On the train from Crema to Milan. And in front of me was this little boy. He was not even 2. Like, when he stood on his feet, he was wobbly as fuck. He was the cutest little boy I've ever seen, and he reminded me so much of when my baby cousin was a baby. Speaking of which, it's his birthday today, and he's fucking like 19. I'm gonna kill myself. God, I shouldn't do that when I'm ill. And this baby boy just wouldn't stop looking into my eyes, and I kept like making faces and smiling and laughing and waving, and we were just like interacting with each other. And then at the end, when I had to get off, because it was a long train, at the end when I had to get off, I walked to the door and he literally leapt out of his seat and followed me, and his mum obviously like held onto his hand to stop him from running off. And he began crying. And I just thought, yeah, that's how I feel. It was the purest moment where you just can't, you know, it's a stranger and it's a baby. But obviously, like, when you're a baby, you are the purest form of yourself. You have no preconceptions, no preconditions. Love is unconditional and earned quickly in small things. And the minute we couldn't have this beautiful little interaction anymore of like what I can just call like instant love, like I just wanted to like wrap him up and he was so cute. He just broke down, and my camera died, so that's my cue to stop fucking yapping. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was. I've missed just saying shit, to be honest. It's been nice. I love you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.